underway in Buffalo. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On first down, Allen. And incomplete to open things up.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he fit, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Rudolph on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rudolph. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Allen now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now Allen. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, Johnson. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first down, it's Rudolph. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rudolph looking to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Allen looking left sideline, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air, Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. Rudolph now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Presley Harvin now. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the second quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Johnson on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
Step up right now. You ready to run? Whatever it takes. I'll get.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Keeps himself up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
To try again after the sack. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Show's going, baby.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Rudolph. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Allen. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. 30. The 20. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him, but what a return. It'll be first and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And here come the Bills. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here, first and goal. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over.
A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game. And this one winds up again, giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now first and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When any running play is called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Setting up the... No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Rudolph on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, Rudolph. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope. Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they've got it 1st and goal at the 3. What a place to start. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Harris, touchdown, Pittsburgh. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Boswell for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills going to take over again on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
To throw again on second down, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Bills on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Allen hit. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's go right here.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, 35 yards. And the Steelers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now out come the Bills. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Get him going, baby. Let's have some fun.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.